Hi, Dirty Girl here with another vintage sales report from eBay and Etsy. This is the week ending January 3rd, 2016. Not a bad week for after Christmas and just dipping into the new year. I'm going to start with eBay. I had one really sad sale on eBay. I sold this necklace for $3. Now this was a gift and it's not vintage. And it's really not my style. You wear it a couple of times, then people have seen it, and it's just like such a obvious kind of necklace that you can't wear it again and again. So anyway, I put it up on eBay for $3, hoping I would, start it really low and get people interested, maybe sell it for $10, but it sold for $3. So, plus shipping, whatever. Moving on to Etsy. This is the first thing I sold, and it's a Victorian. I think it was a part of a piece of furniture at one time. It had all this hand-painted flowers and inlaid mother of pearl, and then it was put into a frame. It was really quite lovely, and it was one of those things that I could not walk away from. I paid $20 for that, and I had to sit on it for a while, but I sold it for $67. And this is a little cup and saucer set from Beyer and Bach. It's from Germany. I paid $2 for that at a thrift store and sold it for $14. And this is a Halston scarf from the 1980s. Just one of those long skinny silk scarves. I paid $2 for that. I'm not sure where I got that, whether it was a thrift store or a flea market or where, because I've had it for a really long time. And I sold it for $14. And this is an item that came from my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law gives me a lot of things to sell because she was a dealer at one time and she has lots and lots of stock left over, and she just gives it to me and she won't let me pay her for it. So this was really cool. It was a 1950s charm bracelet for a lady bowler, and it had all the bowling team's names on it, like Hazel and Vivian and I can't remember what the other ones were. Bess, and then it has a little bowling girl charm. It was sterling silver. A lot of the charms were Forstner sterling, which is a good name. And anyway, obviously I paid nothing for that, and I sold it for $21. This was a thrift store purchase. It was a Limoges box with an owl on it, and I paid $5 for it. And that sold for $50. Kind of surprised me. This thrift store, they normally know what stuff is worth. So I very rarely find this type of bargain there. So I was happy. And these came from my mother-in-law. They are Bow Sterling Modernist screwback earrings, sterling silver. And I sold those for where'd they go? $18. This was a set of 6 white Irish linen napkins. They were really nice ones, very white, with a pretty pattern, in good condition, nice big napkins. And I sold those for $24. And I guess those came from my sister-in-law. This is a pair of sterling silver bracelets. They're in a twisted rope. It's like twisted and flattened. And I lotted 2 of those together and sold them for $26, and they came from my mother-in-law. And this is a recent flea market acquisition. It's a silver plate souvenir necklace from Paris with little embossed scenes of Paris on it. Really nice. I paid $7 for that and sold it for $24. And these came from my mother-in-law. This is another costume jewelry maker to look for, Bogoff, B-O-G-O-F-F. They're not as well known as the Trifari and Coro, but their quality is very similar. And these are just some beautiful, large and showy rhinestone clip-on earrings. From the 1950s, and I sold those for $24. And they came from my mother-in-law. This is a clamper bracelet made out of brass. This is something I have had forever. I paid $2 for it. I don't remember where. And I sold it for $12. And this is the first of 4 items I sold to the same person, and they all went to Spain, I think. This is another bracelet. It's a stamped copper cuff bracelet with a Native American design. I paid $2 for that and sold it for $12. And this is a Sarah Coventry brooch that came from my mother-in-law, so that cost me nothing, and I sold it for $14. I don't normally buy Sarah Coventry. It doesn't go for a whole lot of money, but this was kind of a cute brooch with the little berries. And yet another clamper bracelet, and this one I paid, I do not know why. I don't remember where I got it, but I paid $10 for it. I think it was when I was just starting out, so I've had this thing for years probably. But I did sell it for $18. This is a souvenir belt buckle from the Bergamo Brass Works. It's a enamel California scene of the Sierra Nevadas. And I paid $2 for that and sold it for $22. And I think I got it at the flea market. And this wooden horsehead brooch with a lucite mane and a lucite eye, I got that on my trip to Texas, so I bought it at an antiques mall. I paid $6 for it. It's quite a well-known collector piece, and I sold it for $30. And this ring I got at an antique shop here in where I live, and it was only $1, and everything else in this store was pretty expensive. I think they just hadn't looked at it closely. It was marked sterling. It was also marked China, which may be why they didn't think it was worth anything, but I tested it, and it was real sterling silver, and it had little diamonds in it and enamel. Real pretty ring. And I got real cheeky with the price on this and sold it for $37, and I paid $1 for it. And this is a sterling silver gold-filled brooch from the 1940s with the little blue rhinestone flowers. It's quite a large piece, and I paid $5 for that and sold it for $22. And this is a Navajo ring. It's made of silver with gold overlay on parts of it. Really interesting design on this. And it has a turquoise nugget, and I paid $13.67 for that. It's an odd amount, but anyway, and I sold it for $62. It was signed by the artist, but I don't know that the artist was anyone famous. It might have been. And this is a tie clip with a lucite reverse carved bubble top. Has a little hunting dog on it from the 1960s. And I paid $2 for that and sold it for $17. And this came from my mother-in-law. This is a mother of pearl teardrop that's surrounded in sterling silver, and it's hand painted, and it's hand painted on both sides, and it has these little horseman guys on one side. Let's see. And he has the birds on the other side. You can see the other side, it has quite a bit of paint loss. But I sold this for $18. Probably could have sold it for a bit more if the condition had been better. My mother-in-law said she thought it was very, very old, but she didn't know how old. Then these are some faux cut steel shoe buckles. I was unsure of the date on these. I thought possibly 1920s because they have a bit of an Art Deco look to them. But rather than being actual cut steel stones, it's all pressed and molded to look like cut steel. But anyway, I got those from my mother-in-law, and I sold them for $22. And this is the fourth of a set of 5 lots of Mahjong Bakelite pieces, and I sold those 8 pieces for $12. And I think when I broke it down, I paid $4 for these ones. Oh, I guess, is that it? Yep, that's it. So, let me tell you what the numbers were. My gross sales for this week were $590, and that does not factor in any postage, but my buyers all pay their own postage, so I don't profit off the postage. And I paid out for these same items $83.67 for a profit of $506.33 for the week. Not bad for post-Christmas. I know this previous week that just passed, things have been so... I've kind of not been listing as much either. You know, you get so tired after the Christmas rush, you kind of want to just take a little time off and rest. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I hope that you will like and subscribe and comment. And let's see, let me just show you where my shop is. Oh, now my computer's going to be really slow. But anyway, my shop is vintagedazzle.etsy.com. And I think that's all I have to tell you. If my computer would hurry up and show you. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I did a new banner for my shop. And I've printed up some business cards and some stickers. And I'm going to try and make everything consistent with this look. I've been very, different looks on different sites, and that's not good. So I'm going to try and get everything all looking the same this year. All right, thanks. That's all I have to say. Happy New Year. Bye.